Okay, I think that's better. All right, so great. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Brunch with Brian. Good morning. And now I hope you can hear me. And I was talking about Fridays. I was talking about Fridays is the launch day for your weekend. In fact, Fridays is the day that I want you guys to take off and I want you to get everything set up for having a great weekend. I want one appointment every Saturday. That's the goal. One appointment to go buy a house every Saturday. And I don't care what kind of deal it is. I don't care what you're doing exactly. But I want you out in the field on Saturdays looking at houses, walking through houses with sellers and sitting down with sellers at their kitchen table or dining room table and going through paperwork with them. Okay, that's the goal every Saturday. Now, sometimes people say, hey, I'm working for the weekend. You know, I work all week at my regular job and I want to just take it easy on the weekend. Well, that's a nice thought, but do you want to retire with a lot of money, or do you want to retire and have to depend on Social Security? So the people who end up financially free in this world, and that's like 1 out of 20, don't have to count on Social Security and have enough income that they never need any help from anybody, and they're financially free. Now, the best way I know to get financially free is buy about 20 cash flowing, what we call creative financing deal properties, and have them cash flowing between $300 and $500 per month, and set them up on lease purchases so you're not buying into a big landlord pile of headaches. So, but you know, the idea here, guys, is just keep piling on the properties. One a month, one a month. And that happens because you're going on an appointment every Saturday. And that happens because you're calling on Fridays, Thursdays and Fridays, to set up your appointments for Saturdays. There's no reason not to have an appointment every Saturday now. There's not a dearth of deals out there. Sometimes you need to go to the realtor listed deals, which means you're going to pay 8 to 10% down up front, possibly, unless you're negotiating it a little differently. So those, you know, there's so many properties now that have fallen out of escrow that are extended days on market. The realtors are getting desperate and the sellers are getting desperate, and this is the time to get some great deals. So I want you guys working the realtor market, also working the FSBO market, the for sale by owners, as they are getting more and more ripe. Okay, it's not like any FSBO can throw their property on the market and have it sold in a couple of weeks. Now it's really getting longer. So Friday is the day. Friday, TGIF, thank God it's Friday. That means it's a day to take action. Action Friday. Get going on your calls today. See if you can pick an hour on Fridays, every Friday if you can do it, 5 to 6 or 4 to 5 or 6 to 7. And yeah, it's giving up part of your Friday. And it's giving up part of your Saturday. If you go buy a house tomorrow, you're giving up part of your Saturday. Well, guess what? It's a very worthy part to give up, because it's going to make you rich in the long term. It's not just a one paycheck deal either. In most cases here, when we're talking about these creative financing deals, we're talking about throwing another property on the pile and having a consistent monthly income. So Fridays, I love Fridays. Fridays set up our weekends. Fridays make us rich. So Fridays make me rich when you get on the phone and set up your weekend. Okay, so Fridays make me rich. I like that. Let's do that for our affirmations. Fridays make me rich. Okay, ready? And we say it 3 times. I count it down, then we say it 3 times. Okay, ready? Fridays make me rich. 1, 2, 3. Fridays make me rich. Fridays make me rich. Fridays make me rich. And it's not because you're picking up your paycheck from your other job on Fridays. It's you setting up your weekend to start making that extra income. All the people who retire financially free, very few of them did that on one income. It's multiple income streams that people get set up in their life. And a lot of times they might even have a pretty good job, you know, and make pretty good money in the hundreds of thousands, and they might even keep that job. But that extra income stream coming in behind it, that $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month or more, $50,000 a month potentially, that's what makes you wealthy, and that's what creates financial freedom down the road. And now is the time to get into these properties now. People are worried, okay, well, the properties might go down in value. Well, guess what? That's why I want you to get an extended period of time. So whatever you're paying now, I don't mind paying, you know, close to what retail price is right now. And so long as you get 5 or 10 years or more, it's going to cycle around. So even if the prices go down for a little while. They're going to bounce back, and there's just such a high demand and a low supply still. There's a lot of underlying factors in this market that indicate that it's not going to be some massive crash here. Now, in the upper price ranges, it's going to be slow going. In anything above 500,000 as the interest rates are popping, that's those perfect targets for seller financing deals. So don't think just because it's an over $500,000 property that's out. You know, no, those are some of the best deals. So guys, let's get going on Friday. We did our affirmations. Let's do our deep breathing. Nice deep breath in. Oh man, that feels good. That always feels so good in the morning. Another deep breath in. That's great. Are you guys doing it? Hey Robert, you taking deep breaths? Mike, hey Christy, how you doing? Willis, hey, great to see you. Willie, WL, awesome. So are you doing your deep breathing? Another deep breath in. Gosh, I wish I could figure out this exposure so you could see this gorgeous mountains behind me. I spent a lot of money on this camera, but it's still, if I'm going to be light enough, I'm not going to be in shadows. The light in the back is bright. That's a good point, guys. Be aware of what your virtual background is. We talk about this in a lot of our training. We actually have everybody turn on their cameras and we go through and we critique everybody's Zoom background. So you know what? Maybe I'll talk about that next week. That's always a good topic. I've talked about that here before. So maybe I'll pop back to that next week. So guys, you are ready to have a great weekend. You're psyched up. You're going to make some calls today. Get an appointment lined up. Even if you go straight to Zillow and just start calling some people today and you don't have anything lined up yet, you could line up something today that you could close tomorrow, no doubt. So get on roll, and then you got it sold in 2 weeks with a paycheck in your pocket. That's how fast these things turn around. So until I see you next, let's have a great Friday and a great weekend. Until I see you next, keep doing what? Expecting success, getting awesome training, and taking lots